Hello everybody, Corey here. In this video we'll be going over the YieldMax single stock ETFs, and we'll be doing the daily roundup. Just a reminder, I'm not a qualified licensed investment or financial advisor. I'm here just to gather the data and present the information to you so you can make your own decisions and form your own opinions. Just a reminder, YieldMax ETFs are extremely risky. Please ensure you know what you're investing in and that you have read through all these risks defined on their website. All right, so I did not do the videos on Friday. I do apologize. I had drill this weekend and I kept thinking I'd get to it, but I did not. But what I will do here, and I'm just gonna show it to you here on the screen, and if you want to see the data you can. I believe that AMDY up there was an actual stock. Let me just make sure. Yep, stock. Okay, so it's not really an error. But anyway, so this will be from Friday. If you want to see all the trades here, the premium they received, the short income, and synthetic, and then the total amounts. So you'll either pause the video or do screenshots. I'm going to go through this quickly, and then we'll get to today's. That data is now out. None of this, actually. That's all you needed. Because, yeah, that's actually it. Let's just go, we'll just show you that, and then we'll go to today's. So you can see we don't have a lot of trades here for today, but we do have a few. AMZ here, negative 3,000. Coney, positive 191,000. Murney, 64,000. Squee, negative 38,000. And Zomo, negative 16,000. And then I'm going to zoom out because we keep getting more ETFs here. And then here's the net assets and the outstanding shares if you want to take a screenshot of this. One thing I did not mention, we do have GDXY that will be available on the market tomorrow for purchase. So I have already added that here. So we are capturing the net assets and the outstanding shares. But anyway, I'm going to move on. You can see the end of day stock price here with the NAV and the change. If you want to see that, you can pause or screenshot. And then we're going to move on to today's stock prices. So we can see Friday's close, today's close, and then the change there. And then we have the percentage and change. So let's just look. So it looks like Coney went up 5%. Murney went up 3%, Misty went up 8%, NVD went up 2%, YBIT up 3%. As far as down, we have JPMO at negative 4%. Everything else is between negative 1 and 1. And then, sorry, I was just looking to make sure there wasn't anything else I might have been missing there. If we look at the underlying here, let's look. So it looks like coin was up 8%, JPM was down 4%, Murney up 6%, MicroStrategy was up 9%, Netflix was up 3%, NVIDIA up 2%, Block up 2%. Everything else was between negative 1 and 1%. And then let's look at our overall changes here. All right. So we had a big difference there between Coney and Coin. So again, the difference in percentage in blue is, again, the differences in these two percentages here. So it looks like Coin did 3% better than Coney. And Moderna did 3% better than Murney. Netflix did 2% better than Nestle. And then everything else was 0 or 1% there. If we look here at the bottom, the S&P ended up closing up barely 0.09%, and then the NASDAQ 100 was up 0.69%. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we did had 9 of the YieldMax ETFs do better than their underlying. And then I'm going to have to change this formula for tomorrow because we will officially have 10 long single stock ETFs tomorrow. But we have 10 of the underlying doing better than the YieldMax ETFs. I'm going to change my formula now because I won't remember tomorrow probably. And so tomorrow makes an official 20 long single stock ETFs. All right. So let's move on, and I haven't even looked at this section. We had a green day. There's a possibility that we've had more ETFs recover from their last distribution. Yep, I see Murney there being one of those. So let's look. How many days? I'm going to guess 10 because I think Apple just hit its recovered from its dividend. So let me look. So May 3rd, so that's 1. So 10 would have been Friday. So today would have been the 11th trading day since ex-dividend date, or including ex-dividend date. Because we had no holidays. So yes, 11 days. This means I'll have to go to the main one also. But we had 11. Hold on. You know what? I'm wondering if we had some recover on Friday and I put it on the daily, just like I was fixing to do here, and I didn't put it on the main. Yep. That's what I thought, because I thought we had one ranking 4. So it looks like block here recovered Friday at 10 days, so it ranks number 4. So then here this will be 5. So what else? We got this one right here. Let's just do copy, paste, and then nobody else is recovered. Okay, so we had a couple more. So in case you're new to this is just a little section we built to show when funds recover from their last distribution amount. And then I did a video that goes over all of the ETFs. I did it this past month, and you know, how many days or on average that it takes these to recover. But I actually break them down by every single month since inception. So feel free to check that video out. This is just for this specific month. Those at the top, you know, they have a separate ex-dividend date than those at the bottom, which you can see here. They have an ex-dividend date of May 14th. But the way to read across the top is on the 3rd, which was declaration date. That's the close date. So if we just look at AIYY, for example, it closed at 1262. And then, of course, on May 6th, so I might have said that wrong, May 3rd was the declaration date, the day before the ex-dividend date. Then Monday, May 6th, was the ex-dividend date. This was a Friday. And on ex-dividend date, if you don't already know, the stock drops by the amount of the distribution. In this case, the last dividend or distribution was 41 cents. So this would have dropped on the 6th by 41 cents. Well, as of today, it's at $12.51. So it has 11 cents left to recover fully from the dividend drop of 41 cents. And so it's recovered 30 cents so far, or 73% of the last dividend, which is, again, 41 cents. So it hasn't recovered yet, so it doesn't have the number of days it took to recover or a ranking there. And that's basically how you read that. Down at the bottom, Crash has not had a dividend distribution yet, and neither has YBit. And then we don't have any that have recovered from the bottom because they just had their ex-dividend date about a week ago. All right, so we will move over and we're going to look at the short strike prices, or at least the max strike price for each ETF here. And we can see here that we have some ETFs that have already hit their max strike price for the week. And so in case you're unfamiliar with these, because I know we have a few new people, for the short strike prices, we want for those that are long, which is Zomo, AIYY at the top down to Zomo, line 21 at the bottom. We want the stock price to be below the strike price. So let's just look at Murny down here. So number 2, and I say Murny right here, MRNY. Number 2 means it has 2 short calls, and then the 138 means that the maximum strike price for its short calls is $138, and then the max is just stating that it's already hit its cap, right? It has hit that max strike price, so it's over $138, and the difference is 2%. So it's over that strike price by 2%. And then in column AO and AP, this is how it relates to the stock price. So the market value is negative 82 cents a share for the short calls, or negative 3.8%. Negative, 3.8%. And GDXY there, well, it has all the rest of the data. Oh, because, well, let me make sure before I state the wrong thing. I just need to go to, because this one doesn't have formulas anymore. And sometimes I just have to look back at my formulas to make sure. Okay, the strike price. Yeah. But it's going off of that. So that should be there. Let's see if I can. I might have copied it beforehand. Actually, I just realized I just added this line in here, and I added it to this sheet and not to my template sheet, so I'll have to add it to that. All right, anyway, I added that, so I'll have that there on the sheet tomorrow, but the reason this doesn't have a percentage here is because we don't have a stock price yet for GDXY. But we're going to move on. Again, please feel free to go back and pause or screenshot and look at those, because I'm sure most of you don't want me to go through every single one of these and read them. This would make these videos extremely long. So here we're looking at the, well, what I didn't say back here is the opposite is for the short, which is this. We only have one right now at the bottom. These are all above there. Above Zomo and above are long ETFs, and this is a short one. So on these, we want the stock price to be above the strike prices. So it's the opposite. So I just wanted to put that out there. I usually don't explain it here because it's a little bit, I don't know, I just usually don't. So I guess that's why it's a little bit more difficult for me to do it here. I usually don't explain, but I do know we have new people, so you may or may not know here. So anyway, over here is where we have our synthetic positions. So this is very similar to over there. We have, it tells you here the number. Did I say short? I don't even know anymore. Synthetic positions, in case I said it wrong. These are the synthetics, and so this will tell you how many synthetic positions that they have. Tesla's the only one that has two different ones, which with the different strike prices here, everybody else only has one. So this tells you what their synthetic strike price is, and if they're below or above with the dollar amount and the percentage. So for example, here Phoebe has a synthetic strike price of 480. We want the stock price to be above that, and it is not. The stock price is actually below this by 2% or $11. And then the same thing over here on the right. This is the how this affects the overall stock price. So in this case, this synthetic is bringing the stock price down 29 cents or 1.5%. And then of course we have crash at the bottom, which would be the opposite. So we'd want the stock price to be below it, and instead the stock price is above it, which, if you didn't know, the underlying for crash is Tesla. All right. And this is my data checkers at the end. So that's pretty much it. Okay, so that'll be it for the daily roundup for today. I know it's a little different because I just skipped a day altogether, and I usually will not even do that. I'll come back and do it. It's just I have not, and so at this point I just figure I will just go over the necessary parts from that for anybody that wanted to see what happened Friday. And I apologize. I guess this is my first day ever just totally not doing a day. But at least you get to see the main parts here. Anyway, I'll let y'all go. I got to do the full trades and holdings videos, and I will show you the trades from Friday on that video if you want to actually see those trades as well. Anyway, hope y'all have a great tomorrow, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.